Yo, welcome back. This is the Kickoff FC show. This is your boy, right, 2012, and that's your boy,
Dan Rumba.
You already know, man, we out here talking about everything Manchester United today. And we're just going to continue talking about off-season stuff, right? And today what we're talking about is, the rumor mill, transfers. And we're also talking about Jim Ratcliffe said what? Jim Ratcliffe said who? All right, so let's talk about it and see what's going on with Manchester or what's not going on with
the quiet off-season so far.
Lack of
whatever. God.
But first, Don Rumba has a message for you.
Don't be a dirtbag. But yeah, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and like I said, don't be a dirtbag and hit that notification bell so you know when we drop a video. Subscribe to the channel.
Facts. Energy. Let's get it. All right, yo. So we talking about signings, right? We talked about it in the last video about all the different signings that we would love to see at Manchester United.
Yeah.
I know Romano reported about, like, hey, ManUtd is interested in a midfielder as well, too. They're making inquiries. But all these inquiries and rumors about players that were linked to Braithwaite from Everton at the centre-back position. Other centre-back, the one, what's his name? Toledo from Nice. We couldn't get him because it fell through because of the...
It's still on
same ownership.
I don't think it's dead. I don't think it's dead in the water
yet. Way, because they were saying there's the only way around it is like the ownership has to change, or like you make your business own.
Okay.
Like they got to find ways to finagle the system, because right now it's still showing that you're the owner.
Right.
The player wants to come to Manchester United,
which is a bigger club for him there.
Right, but at the end of the day, also other clubs are interested in him. So if it's going to take forever for him to sort out ownership and all these things,
it might take a while, yeah. And I think is Goldbridge's name, but I hear him mentioning something about Rabiot is a prime target for ManU, and he seems like he's interested to play for the club. So that's a development that we need to focus on and keep an eye out, because if we get Rabiot in our midfield, we don't need nobody beside him. We can play actually two attacking midfielders, because he's an engine. Just watch France in the Euros, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Rabiot is a player.
Yeah, but you remember, no, Rabiot got Conte next to him in France team.
Now, but I've seen him previously when Conte wasn't there, and he still looked like a great player.
Manchester United, they chased him before, so it's not like. But what was stupid to me is like when he was a free agent and they never want to sign him. Like, come on, man.
No
so I think one of the reasons why there isn't a lot of traction from Manchester United is because they're making a stance on the fact that they're not going to overpay for any player.
Right.
So if Manchester United come to you to buy a player, we're paying 40 million. No, the club want 80. Man, you know this player ain't no $80 million player. But just because it's Manchester United that's coming for them, that's why you want to now charge us some extortion fee. So they're trying to change that narrative where they're like, yo, look, we're not going to pay. We're not going to overpay. This is our deal. It has to be reasonable. If it's not, then we'll walk.
Move on, because we've overextended ourselves for other players who didn't work out in last couple seasons. So I get the idea behind we're not overpaying no more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Other teams are trying to diminish our status as the greatest club in the world because of our winning history. It's a mess. So it's all jealousy, if you really think about it.
They say, oh, what? We can get some money up off of you? Cool.
Yes.
I mean, business-wise, it makes sense. But I'm like, from Manchester perspective, it's like, why are we paying so much money? Like to me, in my opinion, like, for example, Braithwaite, Everton want like $70 million plus add-ons. For what?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why, remember, we had this argument the last time. We say, yo, if we sign him, is he going to make that significant of a difference at Manchester United versus if I sign a $40 million player? I personally don't think so. Unless you're a Van Dijk or that caliber or a Saliba.
Right. They don't make no sense.
No, them kind of players are paid $80 million for. Saliba.
Yeah.
And even then, they didn't go for that. Maybe Van Dijk.
Facts.
But Saliba definitely ain't go for no damn 80 million. And he's great centre back. So you get what I'm saying? It's like, we can't keep doing this. And I know Manchester United is looking at a number of different options. But like I said, on the flip side, it's like, it's concerning to me the lack of activity and the lack of action on our side as to what's going on. In or out, we haven't been able to sell any players, and we haven't been able to bring in any players. Not even a free agent player that we could be interested in. You know? I don't know if it's because we're waiting to scout out the Euro.
True.
Or even the Copa America. But even if that's the case, then what the hell has the recruiting team has been doing this whole time? When it was just waiting on Europe? Come on, man.
This is what they've been
You
doing.
should have been recruiting a lot. You should have lined up your targets already from the summer coming up.
Question. Would Gahey be a good fit in the ManUtd? Gahey.
Oh, the dude from Crystal Palace.
Yeah, he playing for England right now. You think a defender like that would fit the mold of ManUtd?
It can't do any worse than what we already have. I don't think he could do that. No, though I think that he is the say all end all, no. But I think that he could be a start, not a week in, week out starter, but he could be a potential starter for Manchester United. That's how I feel. I mean, like he could be somebody that's there.
A week in, week out starter with the crop of centre backs we have now?
It could be.
Yes.
But is he the answer? But again, is he the ultimate answer? No, to me, I feel like if I got him, unless they have like a stellar season together, that pairing, and they do well, I'd still be looking at centre backs the next transfer window.
I mean, we're going to be looking at centre backs for at least 2 seasons coming up, because the injury prone that these last season the dudes have, we can't sleep on having only just 2-3 centre backs. You know, we need like 5. Because the injuries, the Premier League is unforgiving. You know what I'm saying? So if you get a little knock, you're going to be in and out the lineup.
Yeah.
So I think if we go tear down Crystal Palace squad, we need to go off of Eze and Gahey.
I wouldn't mind. We already lost out on Ulysses. Ulysses is like, deuces, I'm going to Germany, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't ready.
I'm going to go win some trophies.
I'm going to go win some trophies, you know? And that man is out. So we'll see. But again, it's the lack of action that's going on. I get the premise behind it sometimes, but it's very concerning from a fan's perspective. Like, I don't hear much traction going on. I don't hear too much going on in terms of what Manchester United targets are, you know? And then a good segue in regards to that is Sir Jim Ratcliffe's interview, right?
Yeah.
He said some things that sound good to me and some things that were quite, I was like, what? But what he did say in one of the in the interviews is, you know, if you're looking at since Sir Alex Ferguson left, basically it's been a coaching carousel, right? And we've spent, I think the match was like over $1 billion, right, in players.
Wow.
Meanwhile, Real Madrid, in that same duration, Real Madrid has spent less money,
right,
and have achieved more success by far than Manchester United over that time span, right? So he was basically saying, you have to be smarter in what you're doing, the signings that you're making, the movements that you're making, the decisions that you're making at the club, which that I think makes sense, you know, because I think what we were doing was. Our approach was from a business and marketing perspective, because we were signing players to sell jerseys and seats.
Right.
Which it worked, because Man U was still arguably right up there with Real Madrid, the biggest and richest club. So from that perspective, it depends on what their goal is.
Let me just recognize while you lay out the foundation. During Fergie time, we were signing teenagers, like wonder kids. Yeah. I think I seen a thing where we signed Ronaldo for like 27 mil or 17 mil, some crazy thing.
And he almost went to Arsenal.
This is ridiculous. You get Ronaldo for under 20 mil, you're mad. In what world? But yeah, so we were grabbing them from their clubs early on in their careers. And that's where Real Madrid is beating us at the moment. Because like you said, we started buying players for jerseys, established players, over the hill on the downside of their career. That's what we do after Fergie. The coaching carousel, I don't know what them dudes was thinking, but in terms of Real Madrid, Vinicius signed well young. The new forward dude signed well young. You see what I say?
Rodrigo.
Bellingham signed well young. So them dudes, their team is remaining great because they're signing 10 to 15 year players. So their generation keep on top. Plus, because they're remaining so great, the next crop of players coming up behind them 10 years younger, then just go and play for Real Madrid too. Because a lot of Real Madrid signings, to be fair, you know, it's just the name of Real Madrid them I go play for. Them not say, oh, I like the coach, I want to go because I love Madrid.
No, they just go for the badge.
Nothing to do with that.
You know, with us is like, they have to fall in love with the project, they have to this, them have to that. Yo, they already love the city of Madrid and them love the badge.
And then them hear about England and a bag of rain and night, musky and
yeah, it's like
it's not that awesome.
Yeah, just there during the football season. After that, you can travel and enjoy yourself, you know. But yeah, I like what Jim Ratcliffe said. Basically, in a nutshell, he was saying it's the environment that needs to change, not necessarily the coaches and all that. So yeah, the coaches, I do feel like the coach, I think they settled on having Ten Hag. But let's see what happens. I'm going to stand by. I mean, y'all know how critical I am of Ten Hag, and I stand by that. But I'll still continue to support him. The environment definitely needs to change because we need to change something around it. But again, there have been no players going out and nothing coming in. And we need to establish that culture. And a part of that needs to do that is to bring in the right players in order to establish that around there. The next thing Sir Jim Ratcliffe also mentioned is like 2 to 3 summers before we start turning the corner.
Right.
What? Huh? That's a really long time in my opinion. So you're telling me we're going to have to settle for 3 more years of mediocrity and waterfalls at Manchester United?
No.
So that's not cool, man. So so what is your recruiting team? It's going to take your recruiting team 3 summers to find players that can come in, help to reestablish the winning mentality and culture at Manchester United for us to turn the corner?
I think what he was referring to, I think he was looking at who's at the top of the table and comparing where Manchester is right now to them. Because City, Arsenal, and Liverpool are really the big 3 at the moment. You see what I said? City leading the way because clearly when they go on a run, it's 20 games without a loss type vibes. You see what I say? So for us to even come into the conversation, it's really going to take 2 to 3 seasons. So buy players at quality and them buying into the coach's philosophy. And a side note, I think Rashford getting left off the England team is the best thing for United. You know why? Because the fire was burning my neck back right now. You know, bring me go to Euros, and my fans at Man United has been butchering me for the last 6 months.
Watch this.
Exactly. It's gonna be a joy to see Rashford resurrect himself next season.
I think if they get some decent players around Rashford and get decent players around Bruno as well, they can have a stellar season.
For sure.
I'm for real. Like, if we get the right players in the mid and all that, and just be creative, just be creative. You don't stick to the same formation all the time, man, you know? Like, look at all the criticism Southgate getting here. Like, dog, you're playing a right back in the midfield when you have midfielders in the squad, when you could just change the formation and play 2 strikers and they don't score a goal. Like, just stop sticking to the, this is all I know, and just try something new.
They're putting too much.
Do something.
They're putting too much on Harry Kane. That's the thing. Look at the forward them what them have on the sideline. You have Ivan Toney. You have the dude from Ollie Watkins. Why are you playing one forward? Have you seen Ivan Toney when he play with him strike partner?
Mm-hmm.
At Bournemouth? At Bournemouth, right?
Mm-hmm.
The man then they score be a goal, the connection. The man is a link-up genius. Harry Kane is a link-up genius. Southgate is a mush. The man brain is cashew dog. What the rest you do?
But we're going to save that for the Euro video and talk about that. And in the meantime, you let us know what your thoughts are in regards to the lack of activity from Manchester United. Or is it just some of those we just have to be patient and see it through? Or is this concerning? Let us know what your thoughts are, man. Anyways, this is your boy, right? 2012, and that's your boy.
Rashford 20 goals next season. Dan Rumba.
We out of here, man.
I called it.
I really do think he can get 20 goals next season, but we're going to see.
What do you mean? The man going to be pissed off.
I'm cheering for you, Rashford. Let's get it.
Let's go.